I'm Anastasia Chatzka. I'm a fashion designer, pattern maker, and sewing educator, and I'm so happy you're here sewing along with me today. Today is all about pleats. We are going to talk about box pleats, and we're going to create some box pleats. As simple as they sound, they can actually be a little bit complicated. So I'm going to go over in detail how to make perfect box pleats. Box pleats are awesome. I love box pleats so much, and they are so in fashion right now. So it's a win-win. And these look beautiful out of any sort of fabric. Satin, chiffon, plaid, you name it, box pleats look awesome in all fabrics. So grab your ruler, chalk, and pins, and let's get pleating. I'm gonna be pleating this piece of pink chambray, so we're gonna make a ton of box pleats on it. So I'm gonna use my 2-inch ruler. I'm gonna line it up with the edge of my fabric and go ahead and chalk at 2 inches. And I'm gonna line up the edge of my ruler with that last chalk mark and just keep chalking all the way down my fabric, making these 2-inch lines. And now we're done. Now that we have all of our lines drawn, we're gonna get into pleating and folding that fabric. So let's get to it. So now we need to make a few more little marks. So we're gonna come 3 panels over, and we're gonna put a mark in the center of this 3rd panel. So we're gonna put a mark right there. And now what we wanna do is line up this line with that line. So this line comes on top of that one. So we push the fabric under, and these two line up. We're gonna put a pin there. And now when we line up those two, you'll notice that the fold that's being created in back lines up with the center of this box pleat here. And now we're gonna go over to the right-hand side, and we're gonna take this line here, so the one that's right outside of the box pleat line, and we're gonna make it match that one. And again, we fold the fabric under. So we're lining those 2 lines up, we're folding the fabric under. So it looks like that on the top. And then on the back, you'll notice that these 2 folds match. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you subscribe to Sewing Anastasia, hit that notification bell up in the corner so you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back to box pleats. And if you wanted, you could pin all the way down so that way you can go over later to the iron and make it nice and crisp. So let's just pleat all the way down our project. Okay, so we have our first box pleat created. And now what we need to do is move over 2 panels and put another mark at the center. And now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take the line that's on the outside of this pleat, and we're gonna make it match the next line right next to it, making sure that the underfold is lined up with the center. And then we can fold it all the way down. So we're creating these folds of fabric that are disappearing into the back. So that is gonna be the pleat underlay. So the underlay of the pleat has those folds in it, creating that box pleat. So now we're just gonna repeat all the way down. So now if this is the outside of the box pleat, because that's the center, we're gonna go to the next line, and then we're gonna take it. Sometimes it's easier to pinch it and fold it over. Put a pin at the top, put a pin at the bottom, or work your way all the way down your long skirt. This time I'm gonna turn it this way so you can see how I'm going to pleat it, working down the fabric. So we're gonna come 2 panels over. I'm gonna put a mark at the center of that 2nd panel. Now what we're gonna do is take the line right outside of our center pleat and fold it over to this pleat. So you'll notice that that fold of the fabric ends up at center. And now what we're gonna do is take the line that's right outside of the pleat and fold it over to the next line. And now we're gonna continue all the way down the edge of our fabric. Okay, so I just had a short piece of fabric here that I was pleating, but if you had a skirt, you would just keep going and going and going and going until you had it all pleated up. So now that we have some pins in it, we can go ahead and iron it. And we can also go ahead and just stitch across the top of it, wherever your waistband is gonna be, to keep it in place. What you can also do is do a little edge stitch at each little fold line to keep the top of the pleat in place. Look at how awesome our box pleats look. They are so pretty. I can totally picture this as a skirt or a sleeve or a little extra detail at the bottom of a skirt. And wasn't that easy? Now you can put box pleats on everything. You can go box pleat crazy. Thanks so much for watching Sewing Anastasia today. If you have any questions about box pleats, leave it down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, give it some applause, and leave a comment. I'd love to know what you thought of box pleats. And have you used them in any of your projects lately? If you have, make sure you send me a photo and tag Sewing Anastasia, and I would love to repost it and share your creativity with everyone else. Also, if you're not a subscriber to Sewing Anastasia, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that way you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget, I now teach sewing classes in my design studio here in Chicago, Illinois, and I teach them virtually, so check those out at sewinganastasia.com. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!